1200 Films Podcast. Chuck Love here, all horror, all the time. It's been a while since I did an episode. The Creature Feature Special didn't exactly explode, so we might not do that again, but who knows, we'll see. But, on to this one. We got some big ones on this one and a lot of nothings. Of course, the rating scale, dumpster fire garbage on the bottom, and then can't quite recommend, okay if desperate, and then put it on the watch list, and then put it on top of the watch list. Let's get going. 1, 2, 3 from 2021. C.O.R.N. Field of Screams. Holy Christ, this was bad. Nothing on Rotten Tomatoes. IMDb has it as a 3.7 out of 10, which I thought was very generous. Basically, these campers who were camping on farmland for whatever reason. You can't go to a campground. And they get captured and during a retreat for people that like to do taxidermy on people they've just killed. So they capture the people, and then they pose them in weird ways and take pictures of it, and then they show it as art at their little get-togethers. And that's what happens here. It's as bad as it sounds. Probably exceeds as bad as it sounds. It's pretty bad. Definitely a contender for worst film of the year. Dumpster fire garbage. Next one, 2021 Psycho Goreman. I only watched this film because of all the great reviews it got. Rotten Tomatoes has it as a 92 on the reviewers' side, and then 63 viewer rating. And you know what? It was pretty amazing. It does kind of remind me of a little bit of Suburban Commando, that 80s Hulk Hogan movie that was absolutely horrible. But this one movie is actually funny. And it's a horror movie, and it's gory. So this alien creature who's been buried for a millennia, I guess, his kids find him, and I guess if you find him, you can control him. So the kids are making him do silly things. That's where the humor comes in. And he's Psycho Goreman is basically his head is run for hundreds of thousands of years, and now all these kids are taking him over. But a very enjoyable film, though. Very cute, yet very, very violent. Definitely put it on the watch list. Possible top 10 of the year. We'll see. Next, 2021, Quiet Place 2, critic rating 91, audience score 92. John Krasinski, who died in the first one, is now behind the director's chair. Good for him. While family friend Cillian Murphy takes over with Emily Blunt. I don't keep track of characters' names. I just know their real names, so forgive me for that. I don't really care. But this is exactly what it should be. Since they're obviously doing a third one, this is exactly what you would want in a sequel. There's a lot of action, a lot of things going on, a lot of peril, a lot of suspense, etc., etc., etc. Very nice. Put it on the watch list. Next, 2021 Saint Maud. Another one I found on a lot of lists of best horror films of the year so far. Critic rating 92, audience score 64. This movie sucked. This was puke on a stick. I don't usually take a whole lot of notes as I'm watching the film. Usually I take notes afterwards, but I wrote during the movie, and on the little side margin, this movie is slow. And boy, what was it? So this nurse, who's, let's say, damaged, becomes obsessed with her patients, and is trying to convert them, I guess, but it's so meandering, so kind of, it's just poorly paced, just really damn slow. Whole lot of nothing going on for 15-20 minutes at a time. Just a handmaid being a handmaid. Like, well, okay, I don't care about this. Get to the good stuff. The slowness, I did fall asleep a couple times, but I did wake up and start where I left off. And then I made it another 10 minutes, and then I fell asleep again. Dumpster fire garbage. Next movie. 1974, Killdozier. No critic rating, audience score of 31. Campiness at its best. This movie kicked ass. So these construction guys, there's about half a dozen of them, they're all rugged. One of them was played by Robert Urich. He was very young in this. I did not know he passed away in 2002, but he did. And anyway, so these construction guys are working on this little island, getting it ready for something or other, and then they crash into this thing, and it's like an alien whatever, and the alien whatever thing kind of possesses one of the dozers, the bulldozers. And even though it should be out of gas and it's unmanned, it's doing things on its own, and it's killing them one by one. So these construction guys are stuck on this island with this bulldozer going out of control. This thing moves maybe 5 miles an hour, if that, top speed. Yet it's somehow always seems to get them. But you know what? It was interesting. It was funny. It was, kind of in a so bad it's good way, but it was good. I enjoyed it. Still, it's Killdozier, so okay if desperate. I probably enjoyed it more than many others. Oh boy, next one. 1995, Raging Angels. No critic rating, again, audience score of 17%. You're probably thinking, where the hell does he find Killdozier and Raging Angels? Okay, let me explain. I just downloaded this new horror channel on my Roku, and I was just looking through the random movies, and I was decided I'm just going to pick one and watch it. So I watched Killdozier, and it automatically started playing Raging Angels right afterwards. So I decided, we'll make this a double feature night. And I looked at the cast, and I got excited. I was like, wow, it's got all these people in it. Well, it doesn't always mean much. It had Sean Patrick Flannery, Michael Pare, and Shelley Winters. What those three are doing in the same picture, I'll never know. Those are three completely different kind of actors. Three different level of actors. This was Sean Patrick Flannery, who probably everyone knows from Boondock Saints. This was made 4 years before Boondock Saints, and right after he did Powder. If you haven't seen either one of those movies are great. This movie, not so much. How do I describe this goddamn movie? I can't. I remember the first hour was good, and then it got into a lot of angels and demons, and then it got really weird, and then there was this rock and roll concert where the demons were released, and then the little spoiler here, then the big finale scene had an angel fighting a demon, and it looked something right out of a PlayStation, like the original mid-90s PlayStation console. And all the people are on the rooftop just cheering, and like, wow, this looks so bad. This is just awful. But they tried. Hey. But again, dumpster fire garbage. Jesus, this was just Amazing. 2012 Stitches. So the audience score 42. No, critic rating 42, audience score 40. So these kids, this is a European movie. These kids having this clown over and they accidentally kill him. It wasn't malicious. It was, they were playing tricks on him because he wasn't really with it. He was kind of drunk. More concerned with his paycheck than entertaining the kids. So they're playing pranks on him and he dies. So then several years later, the kids grow up. Something happens where the clown gets reincarnated and he's back and he's killing all the kids that killed him at the party. More or less. And even though he's got a bunch of one-liners that sometimes hit and sometimes miss, he still comes across as kind of a badass. Especially since he's missing an eye, because when he died, he got a knife through the eyeball. And afterwards, you're thinking this was a decent little clown killer movie. And then during the credits, they show all these outtakes, which make him look like a complete ass. Like, you guys just killed everything you built up. You ruined it with those stupid outtakes. Ah, damn it. That's why this probably didn't get a sequel. I'm guessing. But it's still a good time killer. Okay, if desperate. And now time for the feature review of the Forever Purge.
Help me! Help me! The purge is over, please!
No, it ain't. What does it say? Nobody hear the sirens?
There's no crime anymore. Anything goes.
You rich can't hide behind your steel walls no more. Powerless. How's that feel? This is the real purge. The Forever Purge!
2021, The Forever Purge. Critic rating 50%, audience score 78. It's so typical American. Okay, you've got 12 hours to do whatever you want to whomever you want. So the Americans are like, what if we just don't stop purging? What if we just keep purging? What happens? And you know what? The directing was poor, and the script was not great. But I thought the characters were well developed and good enough to carry this film. This is not an elite addition to the Purge series. This is, I'll put it on the watch list, but not on top of the watch list, as it does have some fatal flaws. Plus, I thought most of the other movies were really good compared to this one, but it's still fine. Still fine. I was looking at one of the reviews. I was looking at one of the negative reviews, and this guy named Fred Topple from wherever the fuck. He said, The Purge is one of the most lucrative franchises with the fewest amount of good entries. That is a lie. He's wrong. I don't think he's purposely lying. I don't know him personally. I just think he's doesn't know anything. Yes, the Election Day Purge movie and this one are not great. But I can name a whole heck of a lot of other profitable horror franchises that had a lot of crappy movies. Friday the 13th, Chucky, Saw. You can't look at me and say 3 and 4 are good movies. You can't. As much as it pains me to say this, Halloween 3, 4, 5, and 6 were not great. Those are for the hardcores. And if I'm going to say 3, 4, 5, 6, I might as well say 7. Method Man, or whatever his name was, that rapper didn't help much. Who was that? Method Man? Is that Ludacris? I think it was Ludacris. No, it wasn't. Doesn't matter. Then the Scream series, I didn't think those were much. I didn't think highly of it. And The Purge also had a successful TV miniseries. How many horror franchises can say that? Exactly. Thank you. So, as I said, I don't put this on top of the watch list. I put it on the watch list. If you've seen the other Purge movies, you should definitely see this one. If not, you'd be an idiot. So, that's what I got to say about that. So, on the next one, where the hell are my movies for the next one? Okay, there they are. We're on the next page. On the next episode, we'll cover Funhouse. We'll cover VHS 94. In the VHS series, this one apparently has 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. 100%. We'll see. And then an old one from the 80s called The Brain. And then I got a free trial to Screenbox, which was a complete waste of time and effort, even though it was free. There was one movie on there that I hadn't seen that looked halfway interesting, and it was called Headless. So we'll cover that one. And then we got a bunch of big ones. We got Halloween Kills, Spiral, The Book of Saw, Old, from M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong. And then the new Paranormal Activity movie, Next of Kin. So, fun. The adventure is just beginning. The end of the year is coming. I've got a lot of movies to watch if I'm going to do a good year in review special. So, I'm ready. I hope you are. So, I will see you soon.